All right, moving and grooving, guys. Oh, I'm feeling great today. Yeah, yeah, I'm shining light all over. Sing with me. Oh, I'm feeling great today. Yeah, yeah, I'm shining light all over. Fingers to my toes, to the smile on my lips, from my belly to my booty to the curve of my hips. I'm beautiful. I'm beautiful. From the fingers to my toes to the smile on my lips, from my belly to my booty to the curve of my hips. I'm beautiful. Don't you know I'm beautiful? Yeah. Oh, I'm feeling great today. Yeah, yeah, and we're shining light all over. Yes, I'm feeling love today. Yeah, yeah, and we're shining light all over. Let me hear you now. From your fingers to your toes to the smile on your lips, from your belly to your booty to the curve of your hips. I'm beautiful. Don't you know I'm beautiful? From your fingers to your toes to the smile on your lips, from your belly to your booty to the curve of your hips. You're beautiful. Don't you know you're beautiful? From your fingers to your toes to the smile on your lips, from your belly to your beauty to the curve of your hips. You're beautiful. Don't you know you're beautiful? From your fingers to your toes to the smile on your lips, to your belly to your booty to the curve of your hips. You're beautiful. Don't you know you're beautiful? So beautiful. Yeah, yeah. You're shining your light all over. Yeah, yeah. Shining your light all over. Oh. All right. We heard you. You were singing with us.
1, 2, 3, 4. Swing wide the doors, the time is right. Swing wide the doors to let in the light. Bring in the dawn for humankind. Swing wide the doors of this heart of mine. Swing wide the doors, the time is right. Swing wide the doors to let in the light. Bring in the dawn for humankind. Swing wide the doors of this heart of mine. I'm not holding it in anymore. I'm gonna shout it out loud. I understand what I'm here for and what this life is all about. What this life is about. Swing wide the doors, the time is right. Swing wide the doors and of this heart of mine. It's about love, it's about laughter, about comfort and smiles. It's about love, it's about kindness, about hearts open wide. It's about love, it's about passion, taking a chance. It's about love, about service, about lending a hand. It's about love, it's about laughter, about comfort and smiles. It's about love, about kindness, about hearts open wide. It's about love, about passion and taking a chance. It's about love, about service, for lending a hand. Swing wide the doors, the time is right. Swing wide the doors to let in the light. Bring in the dawn of humankind. Swing wide the doors of this heart of mine.
Am I on? Let me see. Woohoo! Hello? Hello?
Hello. Oh no.
Hello? Hello? Good morning. Hello? Hello? No. Good morning. Working now. All right. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. All right. So can you hear me there at home? So give me a thumbs up in the chat or in the comments if you can hear me there at home. That would be great. Just want to make sure that everything's going there too. All right. So welcome to Riverside Center for Spiritual Living and the Morning Table. I am Jeff Ryan. I am the senior minister here at Riverside Center for Spiritual Living, where we know that love lives here and you belong, absolutely. So we here at Riverside Center for Spiritual Living acknowledge that we gather on the ancestral lands of the Cahuilla, the Gabrielino Tongva, the Kizh, and the Pechanga peoples. We commit to live in right relations, to love our neighbors, to seek justice and loving kindness, and to walk humbly upon this land. We recognize our oneness so that we may decolonize our minds and set each other free from the pain of racism and violence, to live better as Great Spirit intended, in harmony with nature and with one another. So, today we are talking about the power of four. The power of four. Not F-O-U-R, but F-O-R. So how about we say our focus statement with all of the F's today? And I see Dinah's online, and I can tell that Dinah's mind has already gone to a 12-year-old boy's space. So go ahead and say it that way for me, Dinah, because you're in the privacy of your own home. And the rest of us, what? Let's say it with all the F's. Give me some of the F's we're going to say this with. Freedom.
F.
Fabulous.
Focus.
Fantastic. Focus. Faith. Fun.
Fervent.
Fortitude. Frank. Absolutely, Frank. All right. So let's say it together, shall we? We embolden people to live their highest potential through the transformative power of love. Yes, indeed we do. And if you are here in the sanctuary, I do invite you to please silence your cell phones so that way we are not disturbed, you're not disturbed, nobody around you is disturbed. Nobody gets into that space that I was in earlier this week, which we'll talk about a little bit later, but all's well. How's that? Sound good? All right, so I think it's time for us to stand and sing and dance a little bit. So here we go.
Falafel, we forgot falafel. This joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. No, no, no. This joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. This joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. The world didn't give it, the world can't take it away. Strength, this strength that I have, the world didn't give it to me. This strength that I have, the world didn't give it to me. This strength that I have, the world didn't give it to me. The world didn't give it, the world can't take it away. Love, this love that I have, the world didn't give it to me. No, 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 this love that I have, the world didn't give it to me. This love that I have, the world didn't give it to me. The world didn't give it, the world can't take it away. Pride, this pride that I have, the world didn't give it to me. This pride that I have, the world didn't give it to me. This pride that I have, the world didn't give it to me. The world didn't give it, the world can't take it away. Peace, you got it. This peace that I have, the world didn't give it to me. No, no, no. This peace that I have, the world didn't give it to me. This peace that I have, the world didn't give it to me. The world didn't give it, the world can't take it away. Let's do joy one more time. This joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. This joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. This joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. The world didn't give it, the world can't take it away. Woo!
Good morning. My name is Ed Ryan. I'm one of your licensed spiritual practitioners here at Riverside Center for Spiritual Living. I'll be available after the service for a brief moment of prayer in the prayer room, which is located right down this hall here. Please don't leave here this morning with anything on your heart. I would love to pray with you and absolutely know that prayer works. Now, if you're sitting at one of the tables, there is a candle in the center of your table. I invite you to light it together with me now. And as we come together in conversation this morning, this candle is a reminder that when two or more are gathered, a greater wisdom is available to us. We experience a deeper love, and our own light shines brighter. Now please allow this music to take you into the silence, followed by this morning's invocation.
Love.
your presence here inside of me. I rest in knowing you are here, brighter than 1,000 stars across the sky. How you shine, how you shine.
Peace, light, love in me. Peace, light, love in me. Peace, light, love in me. Peace, light, love in me.
And so I just invite you all to take in a deep breath and let it out. Close your eyes if you're comfortable in doing so. And recognizing that peace, light, and love resides within each and every one of us. Where that peace, light, and love are just simply expressions of that infinite spirit, that one divine mind, that one all-encompassing presence that we know as God. I know that God is all there is. Truly it is that peace, that light, that love. It is joy, wisdom, possibility. And it expresses in all life and all creation. It expresses in me and as me, and it expresses in each and every one of us. For we are one with this eternal Creator, one with this peace, one with this light, one with this love. And we come together this day to remember the words of Ernest Holmes, to be for something and against nothing. And so we allow those words to express through us to be the truth of who we are, to remind ourselves to stay grounded in spiritual principle, to focus our intention on what it is we wish to have in our lives, what it is that we want to experience in our reality. We remember to set our intentions every day to experience only the good, to experience and be grateful for the good that is already present in our lives, and for knowing that eternal goodness is truly the truth of who we are. We do not ignore our problems in being for something and against nothing, but we do not allow the problems to define us and to burden our souls. We instead focus our attention on spiritual principle, on truth, and allow that spiritual principle, that truth, to be made manifest in our lives, to remind ourselves daily of who we are, that loving presence of the one, that peace, that light, that love. And so we set this intention this day together to be for something and against nothing, to be for love, for peace, for joy, for infinite possibility, and to be for all the goodness that those principles can express within our own lives, the lives of our friends and family, the lives of our community, and the lives of the world. And so I am so grateful to know this truth, so grateful to know that our hearts are open to accepting this truth. Our hearts are open to setting those intentions, to remain grounded in spiritual principle, and to allow it to be the guiding light of our lives. And so for knowing this truth, I am so grateful, and I just allow it to be so, and so it is.
Look at these castles, look at these walls around, look at these shackles, golden chains hold us down, and the party's so fun now, why would we leave? The money don't run out, but what does it mean? Look at these questions, who's gonna answer me now? I've been looking for God in the strangest places, looking for God in the back streets. It's like we forgot His friends with the wasted, left behind in the alleys. I've been looking for God out there, close to the pain and not scared. Let's hold back your hand, love, show you I care, love. It's everywhere that they say it's not. I've been looking for God. Looking our hearts break, just trying to hide ourselves. It's been a hard rain, and we're trying to drive ourselves. Everybody's so chic, shoes in style, wondered if they walk somebody else's mile. The answer's not far away, if we can only try ourselves. I've been looking for God in the strangest places, looking for God in the back streets. It's like we forgot His friends with the wasted, left behind in the alleys. I've been looking for God out there, close to the pain and not scared. Let's hold back your hand, love, show you I care, love. It's everywhere that they say it's not. I've been looking for God. I've been looking for God. The party's so loud, everybody's so free, that you can hear the sound of a soul scream, a soul scream, soul scream. You can hear the sound of a soul scream. I've been looking for God in the strangest places, looking for God in the back streets. It's like we forgot who's friends with the wasted, left behind in the alleys. I've been looking for God out there, close to the pain and not scared. Hold back your hand, love, show you I care, love. It's everywhere that they say it's not. I've been looking for God. I've been looking for God. I've been looking for God. Looking for God. I've been looking for God.
Thank you, Jeff. Thank you, Jabel. Thank you, guys. Appreciate you. Well, good morning. Once again. Is that me? No. Okay. So, Ed alluded to it. Well, he didn't allude to it. He talked about it, right? I was like, I live with this man, and I don't tell him what I'm going to talk about on Sundays other than, what you all know. And then he gets up here, and he does his invocation, and then I think, well, damn, what do I talk about now? So I'm going to go into more detail about what he said. How's that? So I'm going to expand upon what he shared. So in his Sermon by the Sea at Asilomar in 1959, Ernest Holmes gave us a radical instruction. He said, be for something and against nothing. Now, over the years, this phrase has been used by the spiritually immature to justify their resistance to speaking up in the face of injustice, to justify their laziness when action is called for, and to justify their spiritual bypass and their spiritual malpractice. Allison's like, ooh, he called these people out, and I'm like, ooh, yes, I did, because this is one of those phrases that for me, I had to work with so that I could reclaim it for what he's really trying to say about it, because it has been so bastardized by people wanting to justify not doing anything, by wanting to justify, I'm just going to pray about it and not take action. Such usage, my beloveds, is a blatant misunderstanding and a willful misuse of this instruction by Holmes. But for others, be for something and against nothing sounds almost naive at first, right? Like, how can we not be against injustice and cruelty or fear? How can we not be against that? See, Holmes wasn't telling us to close our eyes. What he was doing is he was pointing us to a deeper truth. And the truth is that spirit responds to what we pay attention to, what we put our intention and attention on. Where we place our intention, we place our power. Let me say that again. Where we place our intention and where we place our attention, we place our power. And what is our power? Our power is creative. And so this power that we're talking about here is the power of for today. So our teaching also declares in our declaration of principles that we believe that the ultimate goal of life is a complete emancipation from discord of every nature, and this goal is sure to be attained by all. So, my beloveds, discord does not end by pouring more and more energy into that which we hate. It ends when we shift our focus, when we stand for peace instead of against war, when we stand for truth instead of against lies, when we stand for belonging instead of against inclusion. So, how do we live this principle in the polarized world that we live in? How do we put the power of for into action? Well, I'm glad you asked. That's what we're talking about today. So, when we are against someone, we separate. We say them and us. But oneness tells us that there is no them, right? If you read my email, James read my email? Maybe, okay. If you read my email, Eddie, If you read my email, beloveds, you heard of the story, or I shared with you a story where I had to remind myself this week of our oneness. And for those of you who didn't read it, I also posted it on Facebook and in our Facebook group for the morning table. So there's plenty of opportunities to go read it. So I'm not going to tell you the story this morning. You're going to have to go read it. Why would I do that, right? Go read it. But what I will say is that it had to do with a certain individual wearing a certain red cap in front of me in the pool, and I focused for an hour on this name that was bouncing up and down in front of me for an hour, and the separation that I experienced within my own body, my own mind, my own psyche, that I then had to deal with until I got right with myself. That's the abbreviated version. It's much better in writing, so go read it. So what this is here, my beloveds, is that there is only how many lives? One. There's only one life, and it's expressing in countless ways. So when institutions are weaponized, when fear is stoked, when leaders try to divide, our teaching actually invites us not to fixate on the separation, but to be for belonging, be for dignity, be for wholeness. So if we're against fear, no, be for courage. Against cruelty, be for compassion. Against exclusion, be for belonging. You see, we don't deny the harm that is occurring in the world, but what we are called to do is we're called to keep our spiritual compass pointed toward wholeness, pointed toward oneness. And this is the power of four. It keeps us and it reinforces the oneness that we are. Holmes also reminded us that what you resist persists. Right? So why? Why does it persist? Because the mind with a capital M, responds to where we put our energy. So if we're constantly against injustice, what we're actually doing is we're amplifying its shadow. We're amplifying injustice. If we put our emotional and mental energy into being against something, we are actually feeding it with our focus. Like the story of the two wolves. Which one? The one you feed, right? And if you don't know that reference, Google it. I'm not going to beat up with that same reference that we've heard countless times, right? But the law of mind does not discriminate between for and against. It just creates what we think about more. Whichever thing we are thinking about more, whichever thing we are giving more energy to, whatever we are amplifying with our body temple, with our energy, right? That's what it's responding to. It's responding to what we are focused on. So being for something, on the other hand, is aligning with those qualities that we want to see expressed in the world. Peace, justice, belonging. By naming and embodying these, we co-create them with spirit. So if we are for justice, for equity, those become the patterns mind reflects back to us and reflects out into the world. Tracking? Yeah? But this does not mean that we stay silent in the face of something that's wrong. It means that we speak and that we act from our vision instead of our outrage. Outrage might ignite our awareness, but it is our vision that that sustains the transformation. Let me say that again because I see that landing. Outrage might ignite our awareness, but it is our vision that sustains our transformation. So what does this mean practically? So if we look at in activism and justice work, okay? Instead of being against injustice, be for fairness and equity. Instead of being against hate, be for love. This doesn't mean ignoring what's going on or ignoring what's wrong. What it does mean is that it is shifting the focus to the solution rather than the problem. Focusing our attention and focus to the solution rather than the problem. In relationships, it looks like if we're always against someone's flaws, then we create conflict. We just create more conflict. Why don't you pick up your socks and put them in the dirty hamper? Why do you leave that everywhere? Why do you just leave everything out? When we find things to pick at and focus on what annoys us, that only creates more conflict in our relationships. So instead, if we can be for open communication, respect, and kindness, and that shifts our relationships. In community life, what does this look like? When we define ourselves by opposition, our energy is defensive and reactive. But when we define ourselves by vision, our energy is creative and magnetic. So to be clear, being for something is not being passive. It's not passivity. It doesn't mean that we never speak out against harmful behavior or remain silent in the face of injustice. It's not denial. We acknowledge what reality is as it is, and that's reality with a small r, not a capital R. We acknowledge the lived experience. We acknowledge the reality, the small r reality. But we choose to pour our energy into the higher truth that we want to manifest. So, for example, on October 18th, there is the No Kings rallies around the country. There's a nationwide No Kings rallies once again. And here in Riverside, the No Kings rally will be on the 18th downtown at Market and University at the crosswalk there from 5:30 to 7:30, okay? So people have all kinds of signs, right? Some of them are absolutely hysterically funny. Some of them are very passionate about things. But I want you to consider, if you're going to participate, signs that read something to the effect of being against authoritarianism might fill your sign with anger and feed the energy of conflict. Right? Against authoritarianism. Right? But being for democracy shifts your sign, shifts your presence, and shifts your vibration toward the outcome that you really want. One resists what is. The other creates what can be. Again, one resists what is, meaning it perpetuates it, where the other creates what can be. So this is not passivity. This is actually spiritual strength. To be for something is to align with Spirit's highest idea and to pour our energy into what we want to see flourish. So against war, be for peace. Against lies, be for truth. Against division, be for unity. Against despair, be for hope. When we are for something, our hearts shift from defensiveness to creativity. We stop playing in the field of the problem and start creating the field of the solution. The power of for keeps us grounded in creation, not reaction, which has the same letters in both of those words. So I invite us to come together for a moment. I invite you to close your eyes, if you're comfortable in doing so. Let's take a nice deep breath together. And let's play with this idea of creation. Think of one thing in the world right now that stirs resistance in you. It might be political, personal, or relational. Notice how your body feels when you think about being against it. Just observe what's happening in your body right now without any judgment. Just notice. Now ask yourself, if I'm against this, what am I truly for? So if I'm against hate, I am for love. If I'm against lies, I'm for truth. If I'm against exclusion, I'm for belonging. So let Spirit show you the higher quality that you are for. If I'm against this, what am I truly for? Now go ahead and open your eyes. And turn to somebody near you or next to you and just share this phrase, okay? I was against blank and I am for blank. I was against X and I am for Y. You have 30 seconds. Go, do it. You can do 3. Okay. All right, come on back to me. So let's create something together here, all right? So we have what we were against, now we know what we're for. So collectively, I invite you to repeat after me. We are for peace. We are for love. We are for belonging. We are for wholeness. And so it is. So this, my beloveds, is how we turn resistance into creation. This is how unity becomes action. This is how we are for something and against nothing. So what I invite you to do now is break the tables, and we have questions for you to discuss around our topic today of the power of for. So the questions that you have at your tables are, which quality of spirit, for example, peace, truth, compassion, belonging, or something else, feels most important for you to stand for in this season of your life, and why? Question 2, how might bringing the power of for into difficult conversations shift the outcome? And what is one way our community can demonstrate the power of for in the world around us right now? All right, go ahead and break to tables. Be careful of the tripod, please. Okay, beloveds. You have 2 minutes now to share with your table mates what it is that you would like prayer for this week. So 2 minutes, and then we're back together. Because then you can use this one too, however. Okay, we are back. 1 second here. All right, we are back. Hello, we are back. So we're going to hear from our folks online first. So listen up, people. Who's going to speak for our online group?
I think the Williams really had a good point and a good
All right.
overall consumption of the concept that we were discussing. So I'm going to turn it over to them and allow them to hear.
Thanks, Brother Earl. Hello, everybody. We had a good discussion about focusing in number one about peace and harmony. I think based on a lot of the discourse that is happening right now, we talked about being the change that you want to see in the world. And we talked about, what else did we talk about?
Oh, stepping out into community.
Yeah.
As that, how we communicate into the community, the general community, our community can bring that peace, that harmony, and what we know is the truth out into the world.
Great, thank you. All right, so online we have Earl, Karen, Dinah, and Stu, and Griselda. Hola, Griselda. All right, so I'm gonna mute this, and you guys can rejoin us on the feed if you want, or okay. I'm gonna close this room down. There we go. All right, so coming to the room as they're moving back to the stream. All right, let's go here with Mike. All right, he's going to defer to Michael. Mike's going to defer to Michael. All right, well, that works.
Okay, so one. What was the question on one? Okay. One, quality of spirit for this season in your life and why. So mine's compassion, because violence. I see the division seems to be getting worse all around the world. And I just feel that to have compassion for both sides equally will bring about a change, because I'm sending my energy out across the world. So I want to see everybody come together. And then number 2, bringing power forward in a difficult conversation. Okay, so focusing on a positive outcome without a reaction, whether that be personal, political, in any situation. And then number 3, hanging on to the vision of what you want to see in the world. Pretty much kind of bears the same thing. What is one way our community can demonstrate the power of 4 in the world around us right now? I think that's going to be the best way, to try to keep that focus of the oneness that we have. It's a challenge, but in that point of being able to do it, it really brings a sense of peace.
Thank you. All right, we're going to come back over here. Helen.
Okay. For the first question, what quality of spirit, peace, trust, compassion, belonging, or another feels most important? And for us, it was having unconditional love and being in the flow, and how might bringing the power of 4 into a difficult conversation shift the outcome. And we felt like it enabled us to be more trusting of the outcome and being open for all that is good and seeing it, trusting it, and believing it. And what is one way our community can demonstrate the power of 4 in the world around us right now? And I think it's in our mission statement, showing up in a loving manner in all situations.
Thank you. Kimiko, I'm coming to you.
We had a lot of great conversation. We talked about, as far as quality of peace, or quality of spirit, we said peace, truth, compassion, belonging. Some of us said unity and something else. How might bringing power 4 into a difficult conversation shift the outcome? Okay, we got the example of homelessness and how if you're complaining about homelessness, instead of being part of the problem, be part of the solution. Maybe go help serve food for homeless or help out a homeless shelter or what have you. Being part of the solution instead of the problem and shifting your focus on the solution. And then one way our community can demonstrate the power of 4, James brought up a good point about if you have say there's a group of people that say all brown dogs are dumb. Instead of rallying against them, you start a convention with brown dogs, like all the qualities of brown dogs that are great. And so that's an example of how you can shift it using community.
Thank you. Thank you. Love that. And what a great way of bringing it, like, instead of all brown dogs are dumb, right? And being against people saying that all brown dogs are dumb, to shift it to brown dogs are intelligent, brown dogs are loving, brown dogs are generous, brown dogs are super smart, right? And bringing it what it is, what we are for in that situation. All right, so what I invite you to do this week is I invite you to carry your 4 into the week and let it guide you, let it guide your words, your choices, and your presence, okay? So personally, what this might look like is begin each day by naming what you're for. For example, peace, truth, compassion, courage. And then carry those as affirmations throughout your day. And then in conversations with other folks where you might normally argue, pause. And instead of being against the other's words, be for listening, for connection, and for seeing the divine in them. So, further, what I invite you to do is shift every against into a for. Shift every against into a for. So when you catch yourself saying, I can't stand this, I can't stand him, ask, what am I for in this situation? What quality of spirit do I want to see here? This simple practice actually rewires our thinking and it reclaims our creative power, like we've been talking about. It's how we turn resistance into creation and discord into emancipation. So, the world is full of noise, division, and fear. And it's easy to define ourselves by what we oppose. For example, the violence that occurred this morning in Michigan, where a man drove his pickup truck with American flags sticking out of the back straight into the Mormon church, and then got out and shot a bunch of people, and then set the place on fire. It's easy for us to condemn. It's easy for us to be opposed to this violence and the vitriol and the separation that was behind this act. It's easy to be against that. But what we're called to do, my beloveds, in this moment, is remember what we are for. Focus on the compassion. Focus on the peace. Focus on the reconciliation. Focus on the love. And bring this to bear on this situation. Focus here. Focus on the compassion. We are not here to add to the resistance. We're here to be the presence of love, the presence of creation. We're here to live the power of for. So this week, let us be known not for what we resist, but for what we embody. For peace, for justice, for compassion, and for belonging. This is how unity becomes action, and this, my beloveds, is the power of for. And so it is.
Simple and plain, no superpowers, no famous name, but I stand tall, 'cause I believe something greater has come alive inside of me. I have felt the power stirring in my soul, deep in my soul. I will give love, I will speak peace, all because of the love that's got a hold of me. feel lost, I know God. I am one, but I'm not alone. When I'm with you, I am whole. Side by side, we find the truth. When the spirit in me meets the same in you, I have felt this feeling burning in my soul, deep in my soul. I will give love, I will speak peace, oh, because of the love that's got a hold of me. So wide open, so amazing, it takes my breath away when it occurs to me. In a world where so many feel lost, I know God. I will give love, I will speak peace, oh, because of the love that's got a hold of me. So wide open, so amazing, it takes my breath away when it occurs to me. In a world where so many feel lost, in a world where so many feel lost, in a world where so many feel lost, I know God. I know God. Thank you.
So I invite you to take out that which you're choosing to contribute this morning and place that over your heart space and give it a silent blessing. For those of you who wish to give electronically, you can do that via text to give. Simply text 951-419-5858. Type in the amount you're choosing to contribute and hit send. It's just like texting a friend because that's exactly what you're doing. You're texting all of your friends and family here at Riverside Center for Spiritual Living. Or another way you can give electronically is by going to our website, riversidecsl.org, and in the upper right-hand corner, you will see the word contribute. You can click there and contribute that way. For those of you in the sanctuary space, once again, just give it a silent blessing. Place your contributions, your conscious contributions, into that silver bucket in the center of your table, and then extend your hands and let's say this affirmation together. I give and receive freely and generously. With an open heart and an open mind, the universe responds to me in kind. I know that my beloved community is richly blessed, and so it is. Yes, so a few announcements here for you today. The first one is next Sunday is our animal blessing service with our animal chaplain, Dr. Jeannie Kataoka. So, yay, please feel free to bring your critters with you, your animal friends with you. Dogs, once again, dogs must be on leashes, and all other small animals must be in some type of carrier or container to keep them contained so that doggies don't chase them and nothing untoward happens to any of their little lives while they are here with us. So bring your furry friends and then bring your human friends too. And even if your human friends are furry or feathered or scaly, go ahead and bring them too. So bring your human friends as well. Also, during the month of October, we will be doing our annual Furry Friends food drive. Please bring dry or canned pet food to the center, and you can bring it into the lobby here. And we are collecting the pet food for Mary S. Roberts so that these wonderful animals that they have in their care get the proper nutrition that they need while they're in their care, and also when they go home with their new family. So please make sure you do that. Last year we had over 200 pounds of food donated, and so make sure that you're bringing that in for all those little guys and girls. They're so cute, okay? Then the next one that we have is our Radical Self-Care Workshop. This is being facilitated by practitioner Krista McAtee. And this is being done online. This is on Wednesdays from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Pacific time, starting October 8th. And the fee for this is $80. That's radical self-love. It's transforming your relationship with yourself. So I encourage you, this is completely bilingual, so it is being simultaneously interpreted because this is being offered by our community partner, Convention of the Americas and the School for Spiritual Leadership Latin America. So this is a great opportunity to meet people from around the world and meet yourself in a whole new way. So I invite you to please consider signing up for this incredible workshop. And then today, happening right here at 12:30, not 12, yeah, 12:30. There at home, you're seeing a slide that says 12:45. That's because I haven't updated that slide, but it's actually at 12:30 here in the room. Joy of Movement with Roxanne. She's all the way there in the back of the room. But so yay, Roxanne, thank you. All right, and I believe that is the end of our announcements. Oh, Labyrinth. Oh, yes. Oh, thank you. I would have caught HE double hockey sticks when I got home if I didn't announce this one. My Beloved starts the Walking the Sacred Path Labyrinth Walk starts again next week. So after service, Ed will be facilitating a Labyrinth Walk in Grand Terrace at the, what is it? The place. All I'm coming up with is the Nunnery, but it's not the Nunnery. Sisters of something. It's not Perpetual Indulgence. Anyway, there is a beautiful labyrinth located in Grand Terrace. Ed's going to take you there, and you guys are going to walk, okay? All right. There we are. You can tell, like I said, I don't tell him what I'm talking about, and here we are. It's not as fluid, and it's not as fluid at 12:22 as it was at 11 o'clock. All right, so I invite our practitioners and core council and ministers to please stand and surround the sanctuary space. And let's come together in consciousness, shall we? So breathing in, breathing out, recognizing that there is simply just this one life. This life is God. This life is perfect. This life is my life now. Recognizing that there is only one love, one power, one presence, one, simply one. And I know that I am a divine emanation and impartation of this one life. I know that that is true of everyone gathered here this day. I know that is true of everyone on the planet, regardless of appearances. There simply is only one life expressing here and now. And so I speak my word for this beloved community, Riverside Center for Spiritual Living, calling forth within us knowing of the truth, of being for something and against nothing. For we recognize that there is no separation in the divine. There are not two powers. There's only one power. There's no good and evil. For all was created by the one, by God, of God, as God. Therefore, there is nothing holding the idea of evil in place except our belief in it. And so we don't stand against evil, for evil cannot exist in the face of love, in the truth of wholeness, in the fulfillment of oneness. There is only love. There is only life. And so this is what we stand for. We stand for unity. We stand for wholeness. We stand for peace. We stand for love. We stand for oneness. And in so doing, by focusing our intention and attention on this truth, it must, by divine law, be made manifest. And so I give thanks for the truth. I give thanks for the creative process. I give thanks for this community who remembers who and whose they are, who remembers their purpose in this life to be the power and the presence of love made manifest. And so I simply release this word now into the action and activity of law, knowing that this is done, knowing that this is so, and so it is. So I invite everyone to stand and let's say our affirmation this week together. I'll read it first, and then you can repeat after me. I choose to live the power of 4. I am for peace. I am for truth. I am for compassion. And I am for belonging. And so it is. Something wonderful is happening through me right now.
Something wonderful is happening through me right now.
Is this thing called love.
This thing called love.
Love is in my mind. Love is in my body. Love is in everything I do. I am it. I share it. I receive it. And I move love forward. Because love lives here.
2, 3. I am so grateful, so grateful. I am grateful for all the love that I have. I am so grateful, so grateful. I am grateful for all the love that I have. Everywhere I look and every place I see is a love reflected, shining back to me. I just give thanks to all these simple things, the joy and peace that gratitude brings. That's why I'm grateful, so grateful. I am grateful for all the love that I have. I am so grateful, so grateful. I am grateful for all the love that I have. Have a great Sunday, you guys. Happy fall.
Okay, now